Hello, my name is Franklin Howard from Grand Canyon University. Today I will be presenting to the senior management of Howard Tech. Uh, the topic is strategies planning and policy for Howard Tech. Today's date is the 10th, the 22nd of 2024. For introduction, the purpose of this presentation is to adapt Howard Tech into the ever-changing world of cybersecurity. We're also going to coordinate cybersecurity efforts with strategies, goals, and expansion strategy. We're going to lay up a precise plan for reporting to higher ups and tracking metric. The scope is to identify and prioritize 3 to 5 years information security plans. Reminder, this presentation will avoid creating a state of panic. Year one. What are we going to do in year one? We're going to emphasize on compliance and risk reduction. This is going to ensure a solid base of cybersecurity as a strategy's objective. And if we do that, we will have to prioritize our tactics. So we will do that by strengthening access control and perform risk assessment. We're going to make sure that expanding into the European market compliance with the GDPR is important. Company priorities. Our priorities for year one is to launch a cybersecurity education initiative. We will create protocols for handling incidents and protecting sensitive data. The metrics is to monitor the progress of reducing vulnerabilities and training employees as well as ensuring compliance. So year two is to create a tactic that's strengthening and optimizing our objective or optimizations of cybersecurity operations as well as detections within Howard Tech is very essential. That's why we're going to focus on advanced threat detections that can be achieved by implementing the SIEMs, the IDS, and the IPS. Encrypt sensitive data and beef up endpoint security. It's important. We gonna encrypt our data and we want to beef up our security. The organization focus in year one is to conduct regular incident response drills and develop vendor risk management or programs. So the KPIs for year two is going to measure incident response time and system uptime and endpoint security coverage. For year three, what are we gonna do? We decide to advance to develop advancement and harmony in our strategies. Since we have year one and year two, we have to harmonize our strategies, right, and advance it. So our aim is to align cybersecurity with corporate expansion as a strategy's objective. So how can we do that? We do that by strengthening cloud security framework to recommend expansion, keep an eyes on the management of risk reports by third parties. So the organization focus again for year three is to create a security operation center, which is the SOCs. We're also going to establish a KPIS for cybersecurity and report to senior management. So in our metrics for year three, we're going to track cloud security compliance. We're going to make sure that vendors audits and SOC are effectively in progress. These things are very relevant. So year four is the integrating of new ideas on a consistent basis. What do we mean by that, and why are we going to do that? Because we want to, our objective is to improve innovation with cutting edge security technologies. Um, we specify our goal, and our goal is to utilize state of the art security technology to drive innovation. So, what kind of tactic have we put into place? We set up our source and we develop AI powered threat detection system, and that system will enable us to proactively work with to detect different security risks. We're also going to introduce proactive penetration testing, and that should be given more attention. Uh, our organization focus for year four is to encourage the executive, the legal, and the IT team to work together. Working together will create an inclusive environment to strengthen the organization's security needs. We will create an architecture based on zero trust. So we're not going to create a architecture that will trust anybody. No, we're going to do zero trust. So for measurement of year three, our metric again for year three is to keep track on the success rate of automations, right? And we're gonna automate issues, hindrance, penetration testing, and the reductions of manual workload. Year five, uh, we're gonna focus on how we can adapt to emerging threats. It is important that we adapt to emerging threats. So we're gonna focus on it. Our focus is gonna be recommended to employees. We're gonna recommend to employees uh, about encryption method that are resistant to quantum computing. Right. We're gonna keep cybersecurity strategies up to date and on consistent evaluation. We want to keep evaluating our cybersecurity environment. Company priorities. We will involve senior management in security decision making and faulted IT governance. We need the management to get involved because with our management, how can we get the resources? How can we be able to convince them they need to see what we're doing to protect the company interest? So we're also going to provide the board with a metric on a quarterly basis, reports as to what we do, what our metric is going to be, what our metric going to come with. We're going to track progress towards organizational objective, reactions to new risks, and overall governance effectiveness. So the overview of the critical KPIs and reporting is essential. What we're going to keep again just to add up, there will be a fewer vulnerabilities and events, reducing the risks. We're gonna save money if we do that, if we consistently report and follow up these things as a result of a fewer security breaches and a more productivities. We want to keep track on operational efficiency, which talks about the faster response time, right? How fast our engineers can respond to threats. We will improve audit success rates. Audit success rates uh, is a sign of compliance, right? So that is very important. We're also going to show market expansion and growth alignments as part of your business or our business enablement efforts. Data breach might cost the organization more than 5 millions in fines and lost income over the next 3 years if we don't put these things in place. That's why Howard Tech can minimize the possibility of unauthorized access by 25%. And mind you, we're still working to go lower than that. In conclusion, ultimately, a proactive strategies that takes into account both presence and the future danger of is necessary for methodologically tracking infosec difficulties. So, what does that mean? Security initiatives should be in line with the organization overwhelming goals to maximize productions and business value. Once again, thanks for listening. My name is Franklin Howard.